Welcome back to Concept Complete presents Adventure Complete, featuring myself, Spencer, and my friend Matt with NeanderthalGamingTV. We got Fistcake over here on the GMs, and we got Adam, the resident writer.
Hey guys.
Resident gnome, resident writer. Let's go.
Yep.
Resident gnome writer.
Gnome writer.
He's
My
actually
notebooks are very small, and my print is hard to read. Let's do it.
The tiniest of fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to do the recap of last time on Adventure Complete?
last time on Adventure Complete. The team, the gang, made friends with wolves and facilitated proper political discourse.
That's true. Yeah, that was a very interesting discourse they had with all the characters, and everybody. The whole conversation totally happened. So don't worry.
Also,
It's
they
all
fought
good.
an owl bear.
Yeah, you probably should have started with then. It's okay. Next time.
Fine.
Chronologically.
Fine. Okay.
Chronological.
And then at the end, just as the adventure was completing, if you will, we had our little carrot on a stick moment. Where we're like,
See that.
we had a carrot on a stick moment.
Outside of the screen.
Where, this insert character here, brother of so-and-so, mage dude, was seen heading in this direction. Maybe we should follow.
Yeah, like Alexei Murkison is headed southeast to Shark Point Wharf. And so basically, as immediately
What was his
as
last name? Father MacGuffin? Was that it?
MacGuffin, yeah. What's the
Father.
OP characters? Something Sue.
Ooh, father.
I can't remember what they call him. Sally Sue or Mary Sue.
Mary
That's
Sue,
right.
The
There we go.
self-insert.
Sally Sue. Sally Sue. Let's go. So you hear this news that Alexei Murkison is heading southeast, but you had a long day of adventuring, and the leaders are gone. They went to their respective houses. Everybody's kind of just going home for the night. How do you celebrate a long day of adventuring?
Well, Galahad, with his propensity for theatrics, is obviously in the tavern, having drinks, requesting songs from the local bard, providing the bard with notes on how his verses should go for the song about himself.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Cool,
He
cool.
sings of himself. You know?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, he's such an important hero that there needs to be proper representation.
Oh, you're having the bard sing songs about Galahad. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, of course. He's not a
okay.
bard. He's not going to assume that he has any capability. But he
What
can
are some
sure,
notes you give him?
What are some notes I give him? Well, I definitely make sure, because I know that usually bard music, they don't really have a chorus, but they have like an ending line at the end of verses. So the ending line at the end of every major verse says something to akin to, because the bard, musical creative license, of course, right?
Absolutely.
But our hero emerged victorious, and his friends were there.
We're there.
Not we're there too, and his friends were there.
They'll probably change it to companions. It's a bit more heroic.
There you go.
Riding nobly upon the pack of Galahad sat Barry the gnome,
Yes.
casting spells that completely missed the mark. So his
From a
will be more of a
dimension
tragic
unknown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dimension.
Summoning eldritch gods for mundane missed spells and ranged attacks.
Yeah, you had some pretty sick. What were they? Illusions and whatnot. Those are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I did do a whole god voice thing.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I know I did some sick god voice things. That's for
Yeah, there you
some
go.
first time listeners. That yeah.
so you're a gnome wizard, right? You're just a
Yes.
You're, okay. I wanted to make sure I separated that from sorcerer in my head, because sorcerers have
Yeah.
like specified, like sea sorcerer or wild mage or whatever. But
Yeah, they like draw natural power from the
within.
environment. It's more like Jedis in the Force, whereas wizards are more like Jedis that study all the time and get their magic from books and texts and
yeah,
things.
They're like the scientists of magic.
Yes.
Exactly. Barry's a scientist.
Of
Right,
magic.
Yeah. A la Frankenstein, maybe a little bit.
Speaking of Barry,
Sure,
what does Barry do for the evening?
Well, Barry enjoys a good clear liquor, like a vodka or a rum of some sort. So whatever the fantasy equivalence of vodka would be, he would probably be getting soused and trying to like do little minor illusions for anyone around him. Just like kind of in the corner, like, oh man, I hope no one notices me, but also like doing all these things for attention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doing the
Drunk
David
Barry.
Blaine method.
Yeah.
Sending some like illusory flames from like people's drinks and be like, oh, I'm sorry, that was an accident. That usually never happens.
Oh, you said flame shots though, so I wanted to help out.
Very nice, very nice. Matt, how does Murtaugh spend the night?
Murtag. Tag.
Well, okay, sorry. I'll have to change the spelling to just take out the H. For me, not for you. You can still spell it that way.
Yeah.
Just for me. I was thinking it's Murtaugh.
I am surveying the tavern. Are there any hot chicks here?
Roll for perception.
You're
Oh,
Also,
Can I cast an illusion of a hot chick?
you can, yeah.
yeah. We need to find something else to roll with because we would use
yeah.
dice. But
1 second. My
like,
bad.
Like previously
I'm
stated,
logged into Roll20 anyway because it's fast.
Face.
yeah, we could just like maybe
All right. I rolled a 17.
plus your perception, which is like what, 2? So is it a plus
I
2?
think it's a +3. 1 second. Gotta have my character sheet up. It's a
Perception is wisdom, so it's a plus 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
plus 2.
19
So
total.
19 altogether. Okay. You notice there's quite like everybody's kind of like homely because it's just like a farming community or herding community, excuse me, and they kind of just live off the land. So not everybody is as attractive as others, but there are 2 top tier people that you notice.
Mm-hmm.
One vaguely looks familiar to you. She has the what appears to be the signature Thornton lazy eye,
Mm-hmm.
and but she is one of the most attractive women there. And the other one is let's say one of the barmaids there that helps hand out the drinks. You can describe her however you want, since she's going to be the girl you're however you want to describe her. Yeah. Actually, describe what you find attractive, or what Murtaugh.
What is Murtag? The
Murtag find
the,
attractive.
The Dragonborn.
Yeah,
find attractive. Oh, are they all like human?
that's a good. Yeah, they're all human. Sorry,
So they're all
This is a very, very secluded, not secluded area, but a cut off kind of
small
area.
town Thornton,
I'd like to add a third lady to the running here. Barry
please.
does cast his minor illusion in the form of a woman, which is only a 5-foot cube, and so he has her sitting down, but the moment she stands up, she loses the head, and it's just an illusion of a torso and legs walking around, which might be his thing. I don't know.
So Murtag, you're seeing all of this.
I mean-
And what's the other chick? I forgot. Who was the?
There's one with the signature lazy eye, and then there was a barmaid,
Yep.
and then illusion woman.
A headless specter, but a sexy headless specter.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to pass. No one really
Pass
meets
on.
my standards.
Okay. All right.
And then, so I don't drink.
Oh.
So I am going to sit down and eat with Barry the Gnome.
Yeah, I mean, besides
great.
drinking as a dragonborn, it's a bit more complicated than other creatures. No lips, so you just kind of toss it back and hope.
Well, I mean, I don't drink like alcohol. Is
No,
what
I know.
meant.
I'm just
Okay.
making jokes about lizard faces, dude.
That's cool.
Nailed it. All right, so you just hang out with Barry for the night, and Galahad's giving notes to the bard, making sure that his song is perfect, while the bard's just kind of like, yeah, Okay, dude. Yeah, no, I'll do this one for you.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
it's that
Really?
classic
God.
band scenario where there's a guy who's trying to give too many pointers, and you're like, yeah, dude, totally, and you're not remembering anything of what he says.
We run into those people literally almost every gig.
Yeah. Oh man, this is really great. You guys should do stuff like this. Yeah, totally,
Yeah,
man. Oh yeah, I'm
Never gonna
really
do
glad you
that.
enjoyed the show. All right, bye.
Yeah, Galahad, the bravest adventurer, got it. Okay, I'm totally gonna remember that because I'm totally gonna see you again. Okay, all right.
Are you
So-
writing it down? Are you writing it down?
I
Yeah,
didn't
totally.
see you write that part down.
Oh no, it's all in here, bro. Don't worry about it. Okay. So you spend the night doing what you do, doing what you crazy boys do. In the morning, the innkeeper, Leonor Slapebeard, the dwarven lady that kind of like ushered you guys to talk to the village council when you first walked into the inn.
Right.
She kind of goes around to each of your rooms to let you know that Tilius and Father Murkison are ready to talk to you whenever you guys are up and ready. And they'll be in the village council room like they were before. So, you make your way down there. Galahad, are you going to do your classic maneuver, or are you going to just actually casually stroll in for once?
Galahad, I'm going to assume had a bit too much to drink.
Okay.
And so whereas he would usually like to be ready bright and early for the day's adventure, to have to create a positive example for the rest of the common folk, if you will, was fucking dead asleep and is the last one to get downstairs.
Okay, so
I just made a constitution roll for hangover, and I got a 6, so I think Barry's hungover as well.
all right, so you two are hungover. So actually, I guess it's Murtag who shows up first.
Yes.
So Murtag, how do you walk into the room? Do you walk in casually like a normal person, or
I
you
definitely
just try to sneak
walk
in?
casually like a normal person.
All
Just
right,
one of
like
those
a
all right.
normal
knock on the
Dragonborn.
doors.
Hey.
Yeah. Hello. Okay, so you show up, and Father Murkison and Father Murkison and Tilius notice you, and Tilius will speak up, and he'll be like, "Hey, where's your two friends that we kind of need you all here together?" And as soon as he says this, you two kind of stumble in, just like
Barry's
doing
got a
your-
pair of illusory sunglasses over his eyes.
Nice.
nice.
I'm trying to act like I'm not totally hungover. Just like,
Trying to focus, yeah. Maybe like the occasional,
I
like,
go,
Father Ferguson. What a pleasure to see you this fine
you know, it
morn.
would be great if we just had like a lot of food here. Just like a lot of like steak and like eggs and maybe like some more drinks.
Food would be good.
yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I'll put an order with Slatebeard over here, and we'll get that squared away. You all want just steak and eggs, anything
Yeah,
fancy?
I yell really loudly to Slaybeard?
Slatebeard.
Slatebeard. Hey, can we get some food, please? Just some food over here.
Now,
Be
are you yelling this
appreciated.
right into Galahad's ear, or are you
Right,
yeah.
right, like
Next
right
time,
here.
So you're actually facing him,
Mm-hmm.
and you're yelling. Okay.
Okay. Galahad takes it because he is upset with himself for not being a proper a proper hero, if you will.
Divine retribution on your own. So she'll get that food ready for you. She's going to get that food ready for you, boys. While we're waiting for that, let me just kind of lay down what me and Johan was talking about last night. Johan. Essentially, the 100 gold, that's all yours already. You already got that. We don't have a whole lot more gold, but we can offer you this. We'll give you 100 gold now to go find him. And when you come back, we actually, a blacksmith from 2 towns over kind of owes us a favor. So if you want to put in an order for like a kick-ass weapon or something, we'll get that ready for you. And when you come back, you can have a weapon of your choice or armor. But just try to keep it to one thing you really need, because again, he owes us a huge favor, but not that he doesn't owe us 3 full sets of armor favors, if you catch my meaning.
Right. Okay. Now, out of character, really quickly, is this a decision we'd be making right now, or when we come back?
You need it now so you can make it by the time you get back.
Do we know if fighters have heavy armor proficiency?
I think. Can look it up real quick.
Because I would like to get a really good set of heavy armor, since I would like to move more towards the battle kind of tank.
You're proficient in all armor.
In all armor? Okay. Oh, I have list armor right here too. Yes, I would like a I would like a set of plate armor.
A whole set? He said a piece.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much, with armor, that's how it is. Essentially, you just can't have weapons and armors and helmets and shit, just either like one of each thing. So go ahead, once a set of plate armor.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And what about you two?
Barry would love it if he could get a set of robes that are sort of have fantasy Kevlar weaved into them.
Okay, fantasy Kevlar. Oh, I see. You want some the dragon scale robes? Okay, I can see what I can do for you there.
Let's go.
Yeah, the old classic +4 to melee.
There we go.
Or blunt weapon or whatever.
I was looking for like a +1 or a +2 to AC, or maybe some kind of like resistance to like piercing damage. The only thing, because I don't use weapons, I'm just thinking of, he's a very squishy guy, as most wizards are.
Yeah, so that makes sense. You just get some armor. What about Murtag? What does old Murtag or Rooney want?
My weapon says a little bit harder.
You could go for armor as well and see if you can get some stealth armor. Specifically, like maybe because usually stealth armor you can stand to get something that's a bit more sturdy, but without the disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah.
I have a list of armor right here, but so you have like, I think what you have right now is what, studded leather or something like that.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
And then
I think
you can move up. Well, I guess unless you have a proficiency for it.
I can go up to medium armor, I think.
Okay, so medium armor, you got hide, chain shirt, scale mail, breastplate, and then half plate. And it's up to you, Fistcake, but if you were to get scale mail or half plate, those usually have a disadvantage in stealth.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to get a stealth version of that,
what I will do instead of that, play armor is going to be upgrade for you, Spencer. Obviously, at Barry,
huge upgrade.
Yeah. So and I'll make sure you get the equivalent of that, Barry, and Murtag. You can get I would just suggest like maybe getting like a fancier leather thing, because like it wouldn't make sense for like he's not an enchanter, so he's not going to be able to like, okay, I hammered this into silence. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So what you can do, I'll just give you like a leather armor plus whatever. So whatever armor you want that makes sense to be sneaky in, and give it like just a plus whatever that's equivalent to everybody else's armor pieces.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right. But what kind of material do you want?
You got like leather, studded leather.
Just regular leather.
It's regular leather.
Black.
All right.
Yeah.
Special leather.
Oh, and can I get my armor with like a slight tinge of gold? Just like when it hits the light,
With a tinge of. Well, when you pick it up, you'll be able to make it your own. So I'll just I'll just leave that there. So all right. So Tilius writes this all down, and he writes this all down, and then he looks at Barry and he says, "Hey, you two, Galahad and Murtagh, why don't you eat your food for a second? I need to kind of talk to Barry alone in the corner over here. I got some Barry business to deal with here."
Barry business.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I try to act like I'm not like extremely hungry, but that doesn't really come off very well, and so I'm just literally just like my fucking steak and eggs, and I'm just putting the eggs like on the steak, and just
there you go.
just fucking going to town.
All right.
I am not doing that. I eat with elegance.
As elegant as a dragonborn can be.
All right, cool. So you two are busy stuffing your faces, and Barry, you walk over with Tilius into the corner. He's like, all right, so listen here. I don't know if you're joking about getting the remains of Billy Bob, but we got that taken care of for you. All I ask is that you keep it very hush hush because of his family. His family is half the town here, and we really don't want them to know what happened to the remains.
Oh,
so,
God.
are you interested in having them? Do you need them for anything?
Barry takes his illusory sunglasses and pulls them down to his nose. And goes, "Are you fucking crazy?" No, I don't want Billy Bob Thornton's corpse.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure because you guys did us a
Now I
huge
feel
favor
real
with the
dumb.
bulbs. Oh yeah, this is awkward.
Wait, he had fallen down a well? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least now they've recovered his body, so they can give him a proper burial and whatnot.
Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. We'll take care of it then. Okay. I just wanted to make sure if you wanted it. I mean, you guys are pretty much heroes in this town.
I
I'd be
was
willing to do
doing
that
a
for you.
bit, you sociopath.
I'm not good with this kind of thing. I'm a mayor of a sheep village. I don't know what I'm doing really, but okay, I'm glad. So whatever you do not look at the tree with the skull and crossbones and says the word danger on it, because that's where his body is. But we'll just recover that later. So
Okay.
just do us a favor and don't pick it up along the way, please.
Oh man.
Oh, we should
Barry
move
takes
it.
the sunglasses and puts them on his face and then walks off. And after he gets like 10 feet away, they disappear.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for including that. That's awesome that you remembered that I said that.
Oh yeah, I tried.
That nonsense that yeah.
I never know what gnome people want
Barry's
after
a
the
wild card.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what you need with a dead body. Let's see here.
If he was a higher level, maybe.
he's,
Gotcha.
he's not thinking. He's like crunching the numbers. Like, oh shit. Okay. Well, I could probably do something here with this body.
I could just carry it for 10 levels, and then it'll just smell really bad.
And then
So,
he can carry me after that.
It's a perfect crime. It's
Oh
a
my God. Your little
it's an
ghoul.
eco cycle. Yeah. So you guys continue eating. I assume that you guys accept the offer for going to find Alexei for this 100 gold up front, and then and getting the weapon or getting the armor when you come back.
Yeah.
Yep.
As well as the personal goal of eliminating this weird Dr. Moreau who's gone around creating wolf people.
Yeah.
Wolf people. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So you guys finish eating, and as you're about to head out the way, excuse me, Father Murkison speaks up real quick. He's like, "Oh, hey, bros, before you guys go, again, I really appreciate you trying to find Alexei for me. Also, take this messenger pigeon, so in case you guys need to kind of give us updates and whatnot, you guys can just have him, send letters. He'll automatically come here, and he'll find you. He's pretty smart. He's got
Yeah, I can
nose on
talk to him.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes it even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
His name is Hawk, so he's the coolest pigeon we've ever had. So just treat him real
Named a
well.
Pigeon hawk.
So I didn't name him. Actually, it was
Kill pigeons.
He's
So
so
you
bad.
named him after
gave him a
his
complex.
mortal
Listen, bro.
enemy.
bro. Listen, I didn't name him. Alexei did. Alexei found him when he was out trying to do his, protecting the village and shit. And he just thought it'd be really cool to have a messenger pigeon be the apex predator of his own, predator. You know what I'm saying?
This town is fucked.
Father Bro, we gladly
Please,
accept
just call
your
me
offer.
bro.
We gladly accept your offer, and we will take very good care of our new friend Pigeon hawk.
Cool, bro. Cool. All right.
I let the pigeon ride on my shoulder.
One quick question, Father. I just want to make sure that I understand what Lexi looks like. Could you give me an explanation? Am I looking for a tracksuit, or is he wearing a robe?
No, just a tracksuit. Now, hold on 1 second, bro. I got to get my character sheet open. Jesus.
Like a secret.
His
That's
character
odd.
sheet being like the weird loincloth he wears around his waist or whatever.
Oh, that's right. They didn't give him one. I had to write it down. Let's see. Where is it at?
Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo-doo.
Boo-doo-doo to James Bond.
So he's kind of like a pretty tall guy. He's like roughly like between 6'5" and like 7 feet. I think he's like 6'7". I can't remember off the top of my head. He wears like all these really fancy robes, but when the villagers saw him last night, they were all kind of like shredded and torn, but covering the important parts, like with the one ball. No, I'm just that's just a joke, bro. No, he's pretty good. He just got his like sleeves torn and whatnot. I think they were blue, if I remember right. And he has his like giant black beard, but he has like white hair. He had white hair when he left the village last night.
Is his beard also?
But just no, his beard was black. I don't quite understand. I don't know if he dyed it or something. I don't know, bro. But other than that, they said that when he left, also that his eyes were kind of like. How do you describe this? Have you ever like just known like a person who just has like wild eyes? Like whenever you look at them, they just are just staring not into you, but like into your soul at all times and like talking to your soul.
Yeah.
Galahad changes his physical positioning towards Murtag and says, "I know exactly what you mean."
Okay, cool. So yeah,
What's up?
so
Corn?
apparently he has crazy eyes going on right now. So I'm sure people will be able to tell you where he's been at or where he's at because he's kind of hard to miss being that tall and looking,
All right,
like a
gotcha.
psychopath now. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
I got it.
Sounds good, bro.
Yeah.
It's all up here.
yeah. All right, cool.
It's nothing's
one
up there.
Nothing at all. Let me just write that
And I
down. 'cause
gave
I won't. Don't.
Galahad a hearty shove on the back, like a friend.
I don't move because my strength is like 17. So
You could throw Barry into a wall with that kind of pat on the back.
Now Barry gets high fives.
Okay, cool.
well, low
Low
fives
fives.
depending on how you.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
I go down, and I like, I'm like, hey. That's an insult.
Barry
Yeah,
appreciates
yeah. I was about to
it.
say, is that more of an insult
Crouching
if you get down
down
to
to
his
their
level?
All right. So you all head out southeast of the town and you follow the trail. It's going to take you about a day to get there. So, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, if you guys want to talk about whatever you want to talk about for just a minute, you basically have a whole days of travel. Nothing exciting's happening. You just notice the occasional brush that looks kind of like, vaguely like a boob. You're like, hey.
So, this priest that's giving animals human intelligence, do you think that's a sex thing?
What an interesting.
Just
thought.
asking.
So
I know we were all thinking it, so I figured I'd just bring it out in the open.
So are you saying that this wizard priest wants to finds animals sexually attractive and wants to create
Now,
a
you
situation
said
where it's consensual? Is that
what
what
you said that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is the gist Barry's getting at.
I would.
That this priest is traveling around the land creating very fuckable animals.
So fuckable.
Yeah,
Wow.
one named Flame who creates fire.
And the other one, Bolt, who shouts out electricity.
I don't believe in that theory. My theory is that he is creating his own community and army of the dead through experimentation, and you must be stopped.
There's been no dead animals at all.
Army of animal creations that are evil, and it must be stopped.
Well, what if he is like an accident?
With those wild eyes and tattered robes.
He was in the forest for several days by himself.
I wonder why. Maybe the guilt of his actions is getting to him.
I think he's just crazy. Anyways, how are we going to bring him back?
Oh,
because I don't if he wanted like it's not going to be easy. I would assume.
I say we capture him, tie him up, and I will carry him back.
You're gonna carry him?
Yes.
The whole way.
By the time I'm level 4, I'll have 19 strength.
God damn it.
That's very meta of you.
We can probably
Galahad.
buy a horse.
Yeah,
or a
I was
shark.
thinking a horse as well.
Ah, a noble steed.
Oh yeah. Don't forget to split up the 100 gold between you three, however you want it.
Splitting up 100 gold between 3 people.
It's not going to be. Yeah, somebody's
Being
going
a
to
noble
take
person,
more.
I will take the lowest amount. I will take just 30.
Okay,
The other 2 get 35.
Yeah.
that's all right. That's easy. Wait, yeah, okay, all right, cool, easy enough.
Wait, how much did we get for killing the wolves? Did we
Yeah,
still get that
800.
reward? 800. All right.
Yeah, 800 altogether. So you had to split that up as well. So actually, if you split, altogether you got 900 gold, so you can all just get 300 gold each, if you want to do it that way, or if you want to argue and fight for more gold.
No, that's fine.
So how much gold do we have total now? Because now I'm totally confused.
Yeah, because I thought we got 800 each for the.
Oh, is it 800 just straight?
Yeah,
We're
I
on
think
the
it was
road
8.
to the next city going, wait a second. I thought it was each. Counting our gold.
That's 24,000 pieces of gold. No,
2,400, Strimmer.
oh, sorry, 2,400.
And
Excuse me.
one corpse.
And
So-
one corpse.
So
Yeah,
now
could
I would
had a
have
corpse.
I would have roughly 370 gold now, I guess.
And me and Barry have 4.
I guess something akin to that. I don't know how much you started with.
I
Well, I
started with
started
10
with 10.
gold.
10,
Yeah.
and you didn't spend any, so you would have 345. Because you got 300 plus the 35.
Okay.
Unless we got gold somewhere else.
How much do you have?
No, I don't think so.
Because you shouldn't have more than we do.
I started with more gold than you guys, but I don't.
Yeah, but you spent some. You had 9
Oh,
gold.
I had 9 gold left over, yeah. So I guess I would have 339.
All right, cool.
All right.
I
Anyways,
just want to make sure we got that squared away before it became anything later on.
well, I'm much
And as
less
you-
happy about this situation now. About 400 gold less happy. I say out loud.
The best part is this happened we were talking about this 4 hours after the fact
I'm
that you
still
got the gold. Oh, I was about to say, at this point, you come across a tree that has a skull and a crossbones and says "danger" on it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
This is where Billy Bob Thornton is laid, or do we know this? Is it just?
I don't think
is it
Barry
just
ever
Barry?
told us.
Two
You
of
don't
you
know
wouldn't know that. I think
Okay.
Barry just knows it and gives it a knowing look and a wink as he
Wink
passes,
at
but
the
he would
tree.
not. I
What
mean,
a
I assume
curious tree.
they're gonna come back and get him and bury him properly. I assume, since I'm not taking the body, but yeah.
I
Barry
suggest
winks at
we
the tree,
follow-
and you two are thoroughly confused as to why a person would wink at a tree. All right.
I'm always flirting with danger.
Nice, Corn. What kind of ice cream you got?
Oh, God damn it! Now I want ice cream.
Shit, everybody get ice cream. Ice cream break. JK.
JK, no, you don't get a break.
JK,
So,
LOL.
while we're walking, when the conversation hits a lull, I have painter supplies. So I'm going to go ahead and just I have a little. It's really difficult. It's overly complicated for when you're trying to walk somewhere. But I have the little thing with the paint, and then I have in my fingers I'm holding a bit of parchment, and I'm trying to paint something. But I'm not very creative, so it's just a mash of colors and stuff like that. But I'm acting like I'm creating some impressionistic piece about our adventures. Lots of blues and grays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to signify wolves.
Roll performance, I guess, for art.
Oh shit! Well, I actually have stuff in performance. You want to pull up my character sheet, dude? It's in the E.
Oh, like every time.
All right. So my performance is
A
a
1.
+1. All right. Roll me a 20.
Roll that beautiful 20.
Where the hell did I put the...
Is it a random number generator? Did you get rid of it? Yep, there it is. I rolled a 17. Total.
All right, +1, so 18. So
it's
17
17 total.
Not that it's
17 altogether.
critical
So
matters, yeah.
you don't make the most beautiful painting you've ever made, but you make actually a pretty good painting for walking and painting.
Right,
like surprisingly well. So
It barely resembles like a wolf, but it's like, imagine what a child would try to picture a wolf as being with paint, and then and then a picture of myself looking very very simple, no details, just past what you would consider a stick figure.
Corn,
yeah,
we don't
just
have
kinda like a cave painting.
any roll 20 today, so it's just going to be imagination.
Use your imagination. I forgot to mention it's not a day's travel. It's like a little bit over a day's travel. So you'd be walking all day, and
Why didn't we buy fucking horses?
Because we got
Did you buy
500
horses?
less gold than we expected.
I don't
That's
think
now the
horses
reason.
are that expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't just acquire one in the middle of this forest we're walking through, but
hello, horse shop. Where are you?
I mean,
But,
Barry's probably writing on Galahad again.
Yeah,
So
probably
There you go.
critiquing my work as we go.
no. Barry's very encouraging. He just nothing but positive. Not even criticism, just constructive words.
constructive.
Maybe
Wow,
add
what a
an
great
eye.
step.
Maybe fix that eye there. It looks a little off. Just saying.
Oh,
Just saying.
no. This is Billy Bob.
Barry he notices that you draw a wolf with 5 legs, but he doesn't say anything.
Maybe it's a tail?
There you go.
No. There's the tail.
Must be his
Kind of
dick.
somewhere.
Yeah, a riding
Oh,
horse
God.
is only like 75 gold. We 100% could have afforded that before we left, but it's too late now. Spilled milk,
Yeah,
free
maybe,
horses.
maybe next town you can catch up
Yeah,
a
the
little bit
town we're
quicker.
heading towards.
Yeah. So you travel all day. You set up camp at night. You're like about like not even half a day, like a quarter day away. But it's getting dark, so you kind of set up camp off the road.
I will have first watch.
Okay, yeah, you can do that if you want to, guys. Take shifts and watch. By all means. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So you all eat, you do your shit, and Spencer's doing first watch. Spencer, roll a perception check.
All right, roll me that 20. All right,
13.
13 plus what? Perception. It's in the thingies, those skills. Plus 0. So I rolled a 13.
13. Okay. So on your first shift, nothing exciting really happens. You did find something interesting. A squirrel is kind of just walking around, doing its thing. It finds a nut, it buries a nut, and then it runs away. But then it comes back and picks up the nut, and just runs away with it again. All right, who's got the next shift?
I will take
Barry.
the next.
Oh.
Barry got it.
Oh.
Never mind. I
Very
was going to
good.
raise my hand, and I was like, nah.
Barry gets up, and we're during the shift change, and I tell him the exciting tale of the squirrel and the nut. I try to put as much vigor into it as possible. As a
Shut
very
the
dramatic
fuck
telling.
up, Galahad. I'm sleeping.
And then
No one cares
and then
about
the squirrel
Nope.
came back
I will kill you.
and then picked up the nut.
Barry gives some pointers on how to construct the hero's journey of this squirrel. All the story beats he ought to hit. He starts his shift by casting mage armor on himself just in case he is snuck upon.
Yeah, good call. Good call. You go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right. So what's my bonus to that?
It's wisdom.
Oh,
300.
it's also 0. All right.
Apparently, the only wise person here is the dragon.
I think that tracks. Oh, I got an 18.
Nice.
18. All right. So it's a little bit darker now that you're doing the shift. It's probably, we'll say, like maybe like midnightish, we'll say.
But fantasy midnight.
Fantasy midnight, where it's dark and the moon is very bright. It's so bright that you notice the trees kind of swaying. There's like a little breeze going on, so that's pretty cool. What else?
Barry is a forest gnome, so he loves it.
Okay, there you go. So really, if anything, you just feel more at peace. You feel connected with nature, but nothing really happens. You guys are now gonna. It's next shift time. I don't know if you want to tell exciting stories about breezing trees or not, but
he just says, the Murtagh the forest is magical, and if you listen to her, she will tell you tales, and then he goes to sleep.
I look perplexed. All right.
All right. So, Murtagh, you're up next. You go ahead and roll a perception check for me, please.
17 plus perception 2. 19.
19. So, since you have the highest perception so far, and it's about getting to dawn, well, not dawn, just a little bit past midnight, like before dawn, the darkest part.
Yeah.
It's always darkest before dawn.
Twilight, or the fuck it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Actually, you hear an owl, just large, just going hoot, hoot, and it just keeps hooting. It's just, it's like the only thing you really hear. It's the only thing you really notice. I mean, there's nothing really going on. Just the constant hooting of an owl, slowly draining on you as you do your shift.
I talked to the pigeon. I'm like, can you tell that owl to shut the fuck up?
Oh God, I forgot. Okay, I had to come up with a pigeon voice.
Okay.
No, not, but God damn it. So he's from Welton as well. So,
So you need to give that little drawl to his voice.
Okay.
That didn't change.
Yeah, that was it, man.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
But he doesn't know what it's gonna say.
Exactly. Sure thing, boss. I'll go do that for you. I'm Hawk, the messenger pigeon. I will go do that for you. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. L. Mr. L, could you shut the fuck up kindly, please? Thank you. And you hear the owl go, okay. Jesus, don't talk to me ever again. And he just flies off.
Nice.
Well, you don't hear him fly off, of course, but yeah.
What you talking about, dude? I got my dexterity is so high.
Dude, owls are silent.
It's so quiet. But unfortunately, open up a can of beans because now that you've talked with the messenger pigeon, he is now going to be talking your ear off for the rest of the night. He's going to keep asking you questions. Like, hey, Mr. Murtagh, where did you come from?
Huh?
Mr. Murtagh, where did you come from? Where's your hometown? I'm so excited. I've never really been out of town.
And I just close his beak. And I go, shh, I'll light you on fire. I'm a dragon. Just nod. Okay.
He nods, and then he just he kind of flies off and just kind of
he's gonna sulk.
Yeah, he's gonna sulk by on some tree, and he's gonna kind of mutter to himself I just wanted a friend, but okay, this is fine. All right.
Shh.
Okay.
I'm listening to the forest.
He's gonna tell him magical tales.
Beautiful magical tales. So, after a crazy night of everybody having wild adventures on their shifts, it is now dawn time.
God damn,
and
you awaken. You baited me. I'm like, oh, there's something gonna happen.
No. It's just. Once you said shifts, I'm like, oh, okay, I can do something with this. Yeah, let's do something. All right. So you wake up, you pack up all your shit. You make small talk as you get to Shark Point Wharf. You arrive towards the city gates about slightly before noon. In Earth time, it'd be about 10:30ish. So
Okay.
just right around that time. Shark Point Wharf is a huge seaport city because it's the only, not the only one, but it's the major trading hub and where all the ships come in from the east side of the continent, Pinab Uter. And a lot of people kind of go through there. Yeah, that's a continent you're on. I forgot to mention. I totally didn't have to come up with it.
Peanuts?
Pinab Pinab Utur.
Pinab Utar.
It's 2 words. It's
Pinab Utar.
Yeah. Thanks, random letter generator. It's a Pinaub space cool apostrophe thing UTOR.
Oh.
Pinab Utar. Yeah.
Pinab Utar.
So a lot of people come there to do trading and whatnot, but since it's such a huge place, you get like the kind of the mix of like the old ragtag seafarers, like pirates and shit, and causing problems and whatnot.
Yar.
But it's just kind of like just a huge seaport city, lots of stone buildings and whatnot. But as you arrive there, you kind of notice like the entire city has like a white sheen to it, and like it's like everything's just covered in white. So I need you all to roll perception checks as you approach the city of Shark Point Wharf.
This is one of those get out
2.
cities.
+2. I got 21.
God damn.
Spencer
So Matt
rolled
got
a
22.
7.
Spencer got a 7.
18 again.
18. So here's what's going to happen. Barry kind of just knows, like, oh yeah, it's a city. That's cool. Like all this white stuff going on. Spencer, since he's not actually like checking it out too hard or like looking too hard, he knows the overpowering smell and realizes that the whole white sheen is actually bird droppings. It seems like the entire city is covered in shit.
Because I have a lower perception, I noticed.
You see,
smell.
you weren't trying so hard. You're just kind of like dulled eye. And you're like, what is that smell? Oh God. However, Matt, since he was also doing perception check, sorry, since Murtagh was also kind of like looking into the city, he doesn't really like notice the smell. Instead, what he hears is what it sounds like a bunch of people yelling the word "caw," like they're trying to like mock like a seagull or something, like "caw, caw, caw, caw," and
I will burn this place to the ground.
I smell the droppings of birds.
Oh God!
It smells
yeah.
wet and sticky.
Yeah. So yeah, you all relay this information to each other, I assume.
You guys hear
God.
those crazy people yelling "caw"?
Crazy people, no, but I did notice all of the bird droppings.
It's a city.
Wow, so cool. So you approach the city. You just notice everything's covered in white. There's no guards at the gate for some reason. That's kind of odd. So at this point, you can explore the city. Go over where you want to. There's like a bustling city has like multiple shops of sorts, a couple bars, an inn or two.
Can I
So,
roll?
place to buy horses.
Yeah.
Huh?
But
Is there a place to buy horses?
Yeah, but you have to find it is the thing. Why don't you all roll? Let's see.
Well, we can
What
all
would
go
be
to
the
the tavern and get information from them.
Yeah, I guess I probably should like give you a little more information. Like as soon as you approach the city gates, through the city gates, to your left hand side, there's like a kind of like a 2-story tavern. It's called the
bird
Pirate's Booty, and
Pirate's Booty, okay.
that's the inn there. It's more of a bar than an inn. People just kind of sleep there because they pass out there and they just sleep on the chairs and shit.
Can there be a brothel named Lady Guano?
Lady Guana.
Lady Guano.
Lady Guano.
You know what you call bird shit or bat shit?
Well, no. See, they wouldn't. That's not.
No?
No,
Damn.
no,
Okay.
damn it, no. You almost got me. So that's on the left-hand side, immediately from the city gates. To the right-hand side is like a farmer's market, but everybody's just kind of like inside the buildings. They don't have any food out on the streets or anything.
Yeah.
And like also
That seems smart.
while you're in the city, like the entire ground is covered in this all this bird shit as well. It's just everything is just covered in massive amounts of bird droppings.
Galahad does not like it here.
Yeah, nobody would.
Can I roll an investigation check? And I don't care about the horses, right? I figured they've got it covered. They're the ones who really want the horses. I'm going to investigate why there is no guards and why there's so much bird shit.
Okay, where do you do this at? Do you want to you're gonna have to ask people about this, I would assume. So do you want to go to the bar? Do you want to go to the shops? What do you want to do?
I'm thinking. Do I see anybody around who could be even misconstrued as being some form of local guardsman or something like that? Anywhere. Like an official.
Trying to think. From this area, you do not. From the immediate city gates, you do not see anybody. Everybody's holed in, and you see people at windows, looking around. But that's about it right now.
Okay, so yeah, in that case, I ask I go to the tavern and ask, the classic bartender dude, barkeeper.
Okay. So you're going there. What are you two doing? Are you tagging along with him, or are you going to go and try to find horse?
All the information we need from the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, Barry's going to tag along. He figures we'll find someone to talk to.
I'm going to merge tag along.
Nice. So you all walk into the pirate's booty. There's when you walk in, you kind of notice an air of uncomfort, a discomfort. Not necessarily towards you, but as soon as you walk in, the people closest to you on tables and whatnot, look at you. They kind of squint at you for a second. They just shrug their shoulders and continue drinking and playing cards and shit. There's people at the windows, looking up at the sky, looking kind of worried. And there's just a couple bartenders and barmaids just running around the whole bar because it seems pretty busy for being before noon.
It seems they're confused because we're people that aren't covered in bird shit yet.
I think you're right, Barry.
So who do you want to talk to first? There's all kinds of people.
Well, because Galahad is usually oblivious to social situations, unaffected or maybe unnoticing, not noticing the weird looks or the strange vibe, strides in like it's a normal day. And simply hails the barkeep and asks, "Barkeep, I've noticed something strange. The lack of proper representation of officials and guards in this town. What would give them the reason to have such a relaxed state in a town like this?"
So the barkeep looks at you, and he kind of looks around. He's like, "Let's see. Let me think of a voice. You boys aren't from around here, are you?"
"No, I am a traveling adventurer, and these are my companions. We come from the north."
Okay, so that would explain why you don't have any idea about... Okay, that's cool. So long story short, everybody woke up this morning. Birds are flying around and dropping shit everywhere. They're also cawing in a very weird fashion. They usually, caw like a normal fucking bird, but now they're cawing like somebody's making fun of them. It's very confusing.
Like a man bird.
Kind of like a man bird, but they're not man birds. They're just the regular seagulls, and they're just running around, or not running. Excuse me, they're flying around, dropping shit. But it seems like the city guard kind of went towards near the piers. Some of them are kind of rounding up all the elders of the city, trying to figure out what to do. I think they're going to have a meeting at, what did he say? I think noon or 1 at the city hall. But all the other guards are trying to just try to get rid of the birds because they're running around shitting literally everywhere.
Have you seen a man really tall, has white hair, black beard, kind of tattered robes?
No, I haven't, but apparently the city guard last night saw him just waltz in. Apparently he asked them a question. I can't remember exactly what happened, but last
What's the
night
name of
he
this
showed.
city guard?
Oh, it was just
Was it
one
like
of
a
the regular
specific person?
guys.
Yeah.
There was just a couple guys talking. I can't remember their. I think one was named like Joe.
Joe the guard.
Joe the guard. Yeah, he's just yeah. I can't remember his last name.
All right. Where
It's
can we
pronounced Tehogard
Joe.
for the guard. Never mind.
Oh,
Joe the guard. Joe. Thagod. You know what? We all.
No, that's fine.
Take you on.
That's cool.
It's fine.
Now, do you say this or does Barry say this?
Oh no, I'll take 100% of the responsibility for that one. It's me.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, he says that Joe. I can't remember his last name for sure, but if you talk to any of the city guard, they'll be able to tell you the full story. But yeah,
Excellent.
really, that's all I know off the top of my head.
Okay. Also, where can we buy some horses? Maybe resupply.
There's a horse barn on the not barn. Sorry, like there's a
Stables?
What's the word? Stable. Yeah, that's stable. That's right. Sorry,
You've
busy
been,
morning.
drinking your own
It's a
supply.
horse dealer.
Horse deal. Yeah, the horse dealer stables. No.
Yeah, we have Buick and GMC here for the.
Do you want a Mercedes or do you want a Mustang? Sorry, no.
You can go see Crazy Abe. He's got the best prices on used horses you'll find this side of Peabod Uluk. Was I close?
Pinob
No.
Utar.
Pinob
Pinob
Utar.
Utar.
That is
You
a
have to have the space in
1000%
between.
a Star Wars character's name.
Or yes, yeah, don't worry. Shh. So yeah, he says, there's a stable kind of like on the south side near the city gates on that side. They're down there if you want to get your horses and whatnot, but they might be a little.
And
Horses
where
aren't really
is-
taking kindly to all these bird shits dropping everywhere, so they're
where
probably busy
is the
cleaning horses.
guardhouse at?
We don't. Mostly they're all gathered. You won't really see them at the guardhouse. You'll see most of them at the city hall or by the piers now. Which both ways. If you just go out the doors and head down the road towards like the west side, towards the sea, where that's where the piers will be, and then the city hall will be along the way there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have time to go check out the piers before this meeting or whatever.
I'm like, Barry, you
All right.
want to get out of here? Get some horses.
Well, I think the horses should wait until we finish all the issues first.
I agree.
We have main quest steps to solve before we need to get transportation to the next quest location.
We thank you for your time, kind barkeep, and keep the shit out.
Yeah, it's my job, but thank you. Yeah, okay. You don't want to I don't know, tip me for give me a bunch of information,
yeah,
right?
I give him 10 gold.
10 gold.
Oh, okay. Oh, bless you, sirs. Wow. What's your name again, sir?
Murtag.
Murtag. I will name my next child after you.
I'd like to point out that when we all started, 10 gold was the entire life savings we had. So
Murtag,
He's just
grease and
tossing
palms.
around.
Well, yeah,
that
I
is
figure
1/7 of a horse.
It's good to have reliable intel.
That's true.
What's the barkeep's
Okay,
name?
I appreciate it. You can call me.
Gahug, is that an orcish name?
They
No,
call
his
me
name is-
Gary.
Oh,
Gary Keeper. The
Gary.
barkeep industry is kind of a family business. We've been working at the Pirate's Booty for about 300 years or so. My dad, Larry Keeper, he was a pretty
Of the
legendary.
Penob Utar keepers.
Well, no, that's where the entire continent is. I don't understand why you're calling us. Yeah, we're all Peanut Uter people. I don't. Is that a joke? I don't understand it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's going on, Fizz Dad?
What's up, his dad?
Oh, hey, Dad. Oh, hey. Okay. So yeah, his name is Gary Keeper. And you gave him 10 gold, and he loves you, and his next child will be named Murtag.
Wow.
But he's not going to spell it the way that you spell your name because he just does not quite get it. Dun dun dun. All right, so you're going to head
up here.
Is that
Yep.
you're all in agreement there? Okay.
Yes.
So you head towards the pier. You see like the occasional, the occasional circle of seagulls flying around, covering more buildings and stuff and shit. While there's like people trying to throw rocks at them, trying to like shoot them away, but they keep falling and they just keep slipping down and like falling in more bird shit. So they decide to like stop it.
What we should have done.
Oh, good.
Does anyone know how to make umbrellas? Because if we can start selling umbrellas, we're gonna make a fortune in this town.
Oh my god.
The business opportunity.
Too easy. Yeah.
Murtag, my trusted companion. You do the animal speaky thing. Perchance we might get information from these man birds.
Okay. Companion. Guy. I will try to talk to one of these pigeons. Or not
seagulls.
pigeons, seagulls.
So you use
Animal speak.
Animal speak. So what do you say? You're just like shouting out at them?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Also, do we hear him go like caw, 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 or something like that? Like, does he actually make bird sounds?
No, I think they like.
Or is it just like magic?
It's magic.
It's just magic. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just all fuzzy magic.
Cool.
So you say that, and the birds keep circling around, keep dropping droppings everywhere. One of them looks at you for a brief second, then he's like, and they continue to go, caw, 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 caw,
You motherfuckers can speak, right?
caw,
I don't buy
caw,
it. No.
caw, caw.
No.
And at this point, you keep saying that, and they just kind of like they caw, 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 and they just fly off.
What are you hiding? Bye.
You got them to leave.
Yeah.
Turns out, townspeople, make them uncomfortable.
Engage them in social situations that they're not prepared for.
The villager.
It turns out these gulls are introverted.
The two villagers that were trying to fend off these birds look at you and like, oh, well, thank you, sir. I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, that's pretty cool. There's more at the piers if you want to, take care of that shit. If you want to just, keep, I don't know, talking to them and scaring them off. What did you say to them?
I said, what's up? I said, how's it going? Why are you guys all here?
Huh.
And then they said, they went like, caw. Like, I think they can speak. Why am I telling you guys this? You were unimportant to the story.
Okay, bye.
They exist
Townspeople
for
like
us.
story.
They're just there for exposition.
So you continue toward the piers. The piers. I don't know, it's a weird word to say.
You just say pier usually. Yeah. I mean,
Pier.
it's usually
The
just
pier.
the pier.
Let's see. You approach the pier and there's like multiple piers on the pier. I don't know. Yeah, like little sections or whatever.
Docking?
You know what I'm talking. Docks, like multiple docks and whatnot. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I got you.
And the way you approach it, you like there's like a ramp that goes onto the main pier from the south side of it, and there's one from the north side of it. The one that's closest to you is on the south side. The way you approach it.
Near the stables.
Mm-hmm. And as you approach the steps and you get on top of the pier, why don't you all roll a perception check? I'm just gonna call this the perception episode.
I got
not much, Dad. We're
15
just
total.
15 total. We're just
I rolled a
trying to
1.
take care of some seagulls. Oh, 1. All right.
I also rolled a 1.
Jesus. Okay. So Spencer, Galahad and Barry notice that the sea smells very salty, and that's a nice view out, and just really soaking in the sights. You also happen to notice the smell of shit.
Still.
Bird droppings. Excuse me. Like just stronger now. It's just like
sea shit.
inside your nose
What
holes.
Great combination.
Murtagh notices at the most northern dock of the pier, there's like a group of seagulls. Not kind, not even like you can't like really hear, but you can like see their beaks moving.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like so far away you can't quite really hear them. So what do you do?
I say, Curly, Larry, let's continue on and try to find those guards. Maybe they can point us in the right direction of Elias?
Alexi.
Since I saw him.
Let's continue walking. Man, the sea smells salty today, and everything smells like shit.
So you're going to continue...
Shoot the motherfuckers.
Shoot all gulls. So are you going to continue walking on the pier towards these seagulls? Or are you walking back to the town? What are you doing?
Well, do we see any guards?
No, you don't. For some reason, you do not see the guards here.
Oh, so we're told there were guards would be here, and come to find out, Gary, the Gary Keeper, maybe isn't quite up on all the information.
It's been a very long morning.
I'm disappointed with Gary.
Get your 10 gold back now.
Can I make a nature check to see if Barry knows like what the natural predator of the seagull is?
Sure.
All right.
Probably like a falcon or something like that. Another bird, right?
Nature 15 plus. It's an 18 total.
So you know that in
seagulls,
mostly...
holy shit.
Oh my god. There's really, they don't have like many predators really around this area. You just know that like seagulls are usually hanging around like coastal cities. The worst predator they have are the people shooting them off and trying to them and like the occasional drunk person like maybe just decides to like try to shoot a random seagull or something. So mostly just humans in this area.
Oh, okay. Too big for minor illusion.
Mm.
So we're gonna go with hawk. Minor illusion of a hawk. Let's see if I can scare some of them away.
Okay.
Not really a roll. It's just pure storytelling.
Just pure. So, America. Fuck yeah. So you summon this hawk. Is he just gonna like fly towards them?
Yes.
Or is he?
Oh, yeah.
He's just flying like towards them.
Screaming, talons outstretched.
Talons outstretched. Okay. So they all see this and they're like, oh, caw, and they fly up in a way, and once like your hawk, I guess, flies through, and he's like gone. They fly back down towards the pier, and then they just continue doing like just moving their beaks, but you can't really hear them since you're so far away.
That's so weird.
Strangely enough, I just Googled it. Sharks.
Huh.
Apparently, they're ground nesting carnivores, and oftentimes sharks and manipulative dolphins are natural predators. Apparently, dolphins like trick them and shit.
So humans and sharks.
We solved your seagull puzzle. It's all the sharks must be gone, which is why there's an abundance of seagulls. The ecosystem's been disrupted.
That's exactly what happened. How did you know? Oh yeah, that's
Barry is very smart. He's got a very high IQ, and he watches Rick and Morty. So
well, you have to have a high IQ to appreciate that show. So
does Galahad know yet that the seagulls look like they're just talking to each other?
No, I didn't share that information.
I just want to know how oblivious my character is.
Still
so
oblivious.
I guess pretty oblivious, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, you're still there.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Do we see anybody around here?
No. Again, like the only people you saw really on the way here.
Were those people I told them they were unimportant?
Damn. Yeah, those guys. You walked by the city hall, but nobody was like outside the city hall. Just like the occasional villager walking into that, and then once you approach this area, You still don't see anybody in this area. You just see the seagulls on the most northern pier dock thing.
Where are these guards? I guess we must go to City Hall.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So
we make
so
our way
you'll
downtown.
back.
Smash wipe. City Hall.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay, 1 second here.
I did have an
so
idea,
you go
but
back.
since my character didn't know about the seagulls.
Fair enough. So you walk back to City Hall. You hear just mostly like actually you walk in while the how do I want to put this? There's like a bunch of benches and chairs set up, and all the villagers are calmly sitting there and listening to what seems to be like, well, you would assume like the head of city guard, because he has like really fancy armor on, and there's a couple city guard that has not as fancy armor. Like this guy has like gold tinted, not tinted, but like gold accented armor.
I thought you said gold tinted. It just looks like a seagull.
Gold. Yeah, everybody's just really pumped about these seagulls. No, and he's talking with what appears to be like a higher electoral figure. They are discussing. The city guard guy will say, "Wait, I don't understand why all these seagulls are doing this now. I don't. Why are they shitting everywhere? I don't. All of my men can't figure out a whole reason. We've been trying to fight them all morning, but every time we try to throw anything at them, they just dodge it, and we fall down, and we get covered in more bird shit. So I suggest, now hold on to me. Now just listen. I know this is going to sound
Barry holds on to him, just like around the leg, like a child.
So you're walking up, and you grab onto his leg. He's like, what are you doing? Why is this happening?
The most sarcastic of gnomes.
Harry says, well, if you read back the transcripts, did you really just call a whole press conference or a town meeting to tell us what you don't know?
No, I didn't call this. It was a mayor.
Comes up
Mayor
with
Jackson.
their name.
Mayor Jackson over here. He's the one that called this town hall meeting. Could you please get off of me? I really don't appreciate you holding on to me. I appreciate your sarcasm, but I don't appreciate it right now, if you catch my drift.
Okay, yeah, Barry's done with that then.
Very casually walks off.
Barry looks rejected.
Yeah.
So
Barry's looking around to see if anyone's laughing.
No, and all the villagers look at you like quizzically, like, why would you do? Okay.
You guys might not be ready for it, but your kids are gonna love it.
Oh, Back to the future.
So he says, anyways, casually glancing at Barry, I say, in order to kind of like nip this in the bud, we go up to the northern part of the coast and just wipe out all their nests. There's a lot of birds, but this is what I think we should do. Just kill them all. Fuck it. Destroy their nests. Destroy everything.
Culling.
That's it. I mean, I don't know why they're doing
gulling.
this.
The Gulling.
The gulling. There we go.
That's the name of the episode.
Either out of character or only to his companions if no one else is listening, I would explain that I'm pretty sure these seagulls are sentient, right? Because that's this guy's thing. He goes around and he turns animals into... And gives them near human or human intelligence, and so we probably shouldn't just commit genocide on these now sentient creatures.
Galahad has like a moment of epiphany when you say that, and he's like, "That makes so much sense."
This MO.
I hadn't even realized.
This guy's got a real...
Why do you exist?
I swing my sword and protect my people.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So you say that to the rest of the crew here. Oh God, hold on. I hear dogs running down. Oh boy. Hurry, go on through. Get out of here. What? Hurry, get on through. Get out of here. I'm still doing the thing. They're loud. They're loud. You're loud. Get out of here. Bye. Love you. Nope. Okay. Bye. I love you. Oh, middle finger. That's cool. Just go. Jesus. Good Lord.
You Jesus.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's the kind of raw, personal thing that our viewers want.
Yeah,
They want
the
that
personal
behind
stuff.
the scenes exposure.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here! I'm trying to do a podcast. Everybody loves that.
I'm doing my podcast with my friends. We're playing D&D here.
Don't worry, the audio listeners won't get any of this. Okay, so you relay this to the rest of the crew, Barry?
Yeah,
Just like
yeah,
the
no,
group. Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say we need to probably get to these seagulls first, or convince the guards not to go kill them. But it seems like the seagulls weren't receptive to Murtagh anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like you tried to talk to them, and they were super pretentious about it.
Yeah. Well, we might
Oh,
be
that
able to try to
was,
talk to
yeah.
them again and hang over their head that they are going to get wiped out if they, continue. We should also ask them if they've seen Elias.
Alexi.
Alexi.
Jebediah.
Penob Utar.
Have you seen this continent before?
I also I took the liberty of coming up with the mayor's last name. His last name is Jackson Mayor.
Oh, all right.
Well, I thought Jackson would be the last name, but Mayor can be like his actual. There, we'll do it.
Jackson
back.
Mayor and Joe Thagard play poker every night. It's great. So what I get, it'd probably be easier to just tell this guard who seems to not know anything about what he's doing to not kill these seagulls.
We need to
And,
go through the channels of proper law enforcement first and see if we can't convince them to do the right thing.
And
Okay.
only then will we resort to vigilantism to impose our will upon the city.
I'm not usually for such a thing, but if it saves lives, even goal lives.
Go lives, eh? All right.
Goal lives
So,
matter.
make your case.
Shall I?
all right.
Shall I? Is Barry going to take the floor?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think Barry has the stage presence necessary to rally a people to empathetic cause. So,
Right. So I'm going to fail horribly. Gotcha.
but I can do that thing I did earlier where I minor illusion some lights and things behind you while you talk,
Okay.
which
All right.
I just wait for the crash.
There you go.
You
All right.
guys got it. I don't really care that much. I can just leave.
if you're just tuning in, he's in it for the money.
Right. Okay. So Galahad puts on his performance hat. It's not a real hat, but it's it's in his head.
The metaphorical. Hey,
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Fallout 4, I had a hat that I would only ever wear when I talked to people because it gave me like a +3 to charisma or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that hat.
Yeah, that exact hat. I think I know the exact hat you're talking about too. Okay. We didn't get this guardsman name, right? He's just like leader of the guard.
yeah, he said the
Guard
mayor's
captain.
name. So they're both
captain.
talking, so you can just like address the room. Really, it's not like
Gotcha. People of Shark Point Wharf, my name is Galahad, and me and my companions just arrived here today to witness your plight amongst the seagulls. I have some pertinent information that might help with this current situation.
where to kill them faster.
Killing might not be the appropriate action here, and let me tell you why. In our adventures and travels, since we have come together, we passed through a town, what was it, Thornton, north of you. There's a town called Thornton. It's about a day and a half away. Just trust that it's there.
Oh, okay. I never heard of Thornton, but Bolton's up there, so I guess
is
that
that
makes
it?
sense.
God damn it. I forgot.
Thornton, Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh.
I
Okay.
say that's the guy's
I forgot the name of the
name.
town, so I thought that was the name of the town. What's the name of the town?
Bolton.
Bolton? Why are they so similar? Is it Bolton?
So, the guy says Bolton. No, I said Welton. That's the town that's up
Welton.
north.
We came from the town in the north of Welton. You can see how much of an impression it had on us. Anyways,
Clearly. Don't worry. Us too.
we helped them rout a group of pesky wolves, and come to find out, those particular wolves were sentient wolves. a wizard enchanted them and gave them life and purpose, much like people. They have thoughts and feelings. So in our talks with the wolves in the town, we brokered an agreement that allowed the wolves to stay around because they are now sentient and akin to people, if you will. We believe that the same wizard has passed through here and made the same particular effect on those seagulls, because as my companion here, Murtag, the animal speaker, has found out, they do not sound like normal gulls, and when spoken to, very curiously respond as if they definitely understand what he's saying, but refuse to actually respond.
So you lay down a pretty strong case, so roll persuasion with advantage. So you get to roll twice, pick the highest number.
All right, 16 plus, it's probably going to, what's my persuasion? Is there...
-1.
Okay, so 15.
15, so, the city guard looks at you guys, and then he kind of just looks back at Mayor Jackson, and Mayor Jackson looks at him, and Mayor Jackson will speak up, and he's going to say, let me think. I had to think of a voice now. Oh boy. Oh, gentlemen, you sound so robust and adventurous. Wow. I cannot believe that you went on such amazing adventures and that we have talking seagulls that are sentient. So it's weird that you will come in and deal with the same problem that you just dealt with before. But how do you suggest that we deal with these seagulls then? Because in case you haven't noticed, they continue to shit on my city, and talking to them, as you said, does not quite work out with them. Also, throwing rocks and arrows at them does not work, because we keep falling down and get covered in more bird shit.
We must find the wizard that I had mentioned before. His name is Alexei Murkison, and he has a black beard, white hair, and tattered robes. And he is, we believe, the cause to these particular enchantments. If we can find him, we might be able to find out how to either make contact or change them back to normal.
I believe,
I believe.
Do you believe in life after car?
John, didn't one of your men see some kind of weirdo in tattered robes walking through last night?
John.
Very convenient.
John Gartzman.
Yeah, he walked through. He asked the guards a weird question. He asked them,
"Where are your seagulls?"
Give me your seagulls, motherfucker. No, let's see. Actually, yeah. he walked in and he just stared at one of the guards for like a minute or two, it seemed, if I remember correctly. And he asked, "Hey, where are your seagulls? Where do they sleep at?" And we told him that normally they hang on the northern part of the coast because that's where all their nests and stuff are at. And then he didn't even say anything else, and he just walked straight out. Nobody saw him leave the city or really go anywhere, so I'm not for sure exactly where he's at. But you
guys need more fucking guards in this town. What?
Most people come through either the port or the east side of the town. That's where we keep our high security at. But
Wow.
And at this point, a villager is gonna kind of like stand up, and he's gonna kind of
outspoken villager.
And he's like, "Hey guys, so I know there's curfew and stuff. Can I don't want to get in trouble. Can I say this with immunity? And John's going to say, yeah, whatever. What do you have to say, villager? Random villager number 37. And the villager will say, well, I saw a weirdo kind of like I was drinking in public last night.
That's why you wanted immunity.
Yeah, so I didn't really want to say this, but he walked out towards the north side of town. He was running pretty fast for some reason, but I happened to notice him, but I thought I might have been just drunk. I thought it was just like a some weird vision, but no, I did see some guy run towards the north side of the city, but he was pretty fast. That was last night though, so wherever he's at, he's probably easily more north than like at least probably like a day ahead north or something, so he's probably long gone.
There you have it. See, we have our connecting pieces. It has got to be Alexei Murkison going after the goals to, for some reason, heretofore unknown, create sentient creatures, and then unleash them upon your town to shit on it.
I'm still pretty sure it's a sex thing, Barry says, nudging like whoever's next to him.
Okay, gentlemen, that's all good and dandy, but how again? What do you want us to do? The gentleman that you think that give sentience to these seagulls is long gone. My men probably wouldn't be able to find him at this rate, and it would take them at least 2 days to find him and travel him back. I'd rather not have an entire city covered in double shit.
I think that's why we're here. I think there's some... I'm transitioning into Barry voice. I think there's some sort of higher power that has brought us to your town to solve your seagull problem as some sort of quest. And so...
and we will solve it for the right price.
No.
Well, gentlemen, you're all more than welcome to try to solve the seagull thing, but I'm not going to give you an inkling of a reward until the shit has stopped. As far as I know, you are 3 random weirdos that walk into the city, happen to just, notice what's going on, give us your greatest theory, and then now you want to talk to the seagulls. By all means, go talk to them, do whatever you want to do, but I'm not giving you anything or even thinking about giving you anything until my city has shit not raining from the skies anymore.
Think about
all right,
what
but
you
if
say.
we do it, well, it's not good.
No,
If we do it and you don't pay us, the shit will come back.
That's fair. Just please stop the shit first, and then we will negotiate for money, women, maybe stilts for you.
For women.
Stilts for
The
you.
city deserves to have shit raining on it 24/7.
We have many brothels. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Government-owned brothels.
And I'm not proud of them, but they do drive up business. Okay, it's a
Everyone here
loosey-goosey kind
pays
of
taxes
seaport
for
city.
better
Loosey
brothels.
goosey.
Yes.
Yes, we are raising taxes this year, but it is to have cleaner, safer brothels for our people.
You don't want your children going to a dirty brothel.
See, this man gets it. Great. We understand my
You know
point,
what?
so-
I also kind of get it. Government-sponsored sex work. Good. It sounds, yep.
All right.
We're a very forward-thinking city, so go ahead and you. Well, here's what I'll do. You go ahead and lead. No, you won't lead. Sorry. How do I want to phrase this? You go ahead and talk to the seagulls. I'm going to gather the city guard, and we'll hang out at the piers. And so, if anything happens, you can just call us, and we'll be right there. If negotiations fail, and we'll continue with Operation the Gulling, if you will.
Yes, we will call you. Definitely.
Oh my god.
Please don't call. We would be very confused because they're already doing weird cause.
For the cause, then.
Please go. Get
Have
out.
you guys heard everyone's favorite song by Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Baby?
I swear to God. You're so close to just getting jailed instead of...
Barry literally
Nothing
just
to say.
like takes a fetal position and then rolls like a little ball out the door of the...
What the fuck?
All right. Yeah.
It's spelled Berry, he cries.
I didn't get your name anyways.
All right.
So you guys are out of the city hall. You're gonna head towards the piers again, or are you gonna head towards the northern
we're gonna
coast?
go towards the gulls.
Well, it is our civic duty to attempt to solve this particular problem, but we do have a request from Welton to find the brother of Father Murkison. Do we fix this first, or look for the brother?
The brother's 2 days away.
Well, we know that he left towards where the bird nest is.
Mm-hmm.
There might have been some confusion on that part. He was leaving the northern gates of the city. The coast they're talking about is still in town.
Oh, so he had already gone and done his business and left.
Yeah,
assumedly.
Sorry. Yeah, probably didn't
Okay,
that
so
correctly.
he's already
That's my
gone.
bad.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
if we fix this problem, we get a little extra change in our pocket. Buy
He is
some
the
horses.
Sephiroth of our quest. We are going to
Right.
continue finding destruction in his path until, I'm guessing, some kind of ultimate conclusion.
Destruction.
Well, yes. By destruction, I mean turning animals into sentient animals for some reason.
Wow, you read through my entire story. Cool. So we just,
I am using Final Fantasy metaphor for...
Oh shit! It is a Final Fantasy. Fuck! I create another Final Fantasy, but with sentient animals. Son
God
of a
damn it.
bitch.
Okay, at Boulder's Fall, all your characters are dead.
You're all
Clean
dead.
slate.
Reroll. Just to speed this along a little bit, so we can get to the
juicy bits.
the ending. Yeah. So you go toward the northern coast. You walk, like, the way you get there. You still have to, like, walk by the piers, and you see the gulls that were sitting on Northern Pier. They look at you and they notice where you're going, and they all fly up and rush towards. They all fly up and start flying towards the northern coast, and you guys, all naturally intelligent and know exactly what to do, follow these gulls, and you see them go over like a. So it's all like along the coastway. They fly over like some, not like super high rocks, but like you had to like climb like a. They're like probably like 2 or 3 Galaheads high, and and you would have to either climb over that, or you can like kind of go along the side and like just stick. You might get like a little wet or have to swim a little bit to get to the other side there. So that choice is up to you.
I will climb.
I will also climb. I have rope.
And I think Barry would try and just grab onto one of these guys while they're climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds...
All right, so who are you gonna pick to climb or who to tag along on?
Who's got the higher strength?
Galahad.
Okay.
Galahad.
Yeah, Galahad.
So Matt, you go ahead and roll climb, which is like a strength check.
Is it acrobatics or would it
Or
be
acrobatics,
athletics? Because athletics is the strength-based one.
Whichever one for you, I would suggest athletics. If Matt, if you have more dexterity stuff, I would suggest acrobatics, I guess. I thought there was a climb thing, but I think that's Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, also palladium.
All right. Yeah, acrobatics.
All right, so go ahead and roll for that, and Spencer, you roll for athletics.
I got
With,
it. 18 plus 4.
So 22, and then mine's plus 5. I got a total of 12.
12. Okay. So Matt gets up there first because he's just like all natural. Like, oh, okay. I haven't done anything all day besides walk around. You jump up and you grab onto the top part of the rocks and you peek over it while Galahad's slightly struggling with Barry on his back. He's not used to having another living person on his back while climbing. And as you peer over, you see roughly about 100 gulls or so, all kind of like not walking around, but they're all standing around watching what appears to be another gull that has a crown of twigs and stuff,
They've
a crudely
elected a
fashioned
leader.
crown, and he's speaking out to his the rest of the gulls, and he says, "Gentlemen, fellow brothers, gull friends, hear me now as I speak. We, the seagulls, have been terrorized by these humans, thought to be as pests, thought to be as plagues for the last 300 years. Your father has told stories, your grandfather has told stories of how these humans have thrown rocks and sticks at us, when all we simply want was companionship, and occasionally more than just the food that we get from the sea, an occasional piece of bread or two. Should we be thrown at and be stoned for the simple thing of offering a neighbor some food? So since they have treated us as pests, we shall now continue to treat them as pests for, what was it, 300 years? Let's give them another 300 years of nothing but bird shit being covered. And at this point, one of the seagulls that was flying kind of walks up to the waddles up to the king gull, king gull, and he says, "Hey, listen, I don't know if you noticed, but there's guys. They're walking towards this way. They have swords and arrows and bows and stuff. So there's only 3 of them though. So I think 100 of us should be able to take care of it."
Barry is small and has no weapons, so he might approach them at this point.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I think
Let
so.
the wizard speak.
Unless he feels someone behind him like tugging back, he would. That is what he would do. Yes.
Okay, so you're on top of the rocks now.
And you're closer to their size, anyways.
Yeah. Do you purposely make your presence known, or do you just want to continue walking?
Yeah. No, I do. I would.
All right.
Hail, seagull friends! I mean you no harm. In fact, I am here to facilitate some sort of peace between you and the pest humans. I'm not a human, so.
Oh yeah, there you go. Wink.
Neither am I.
Double wink.
Galahad's just gotta stay
back.
Rocks.
Because they shit all over me.
The king gull they all turn around and they face you, and then a few of them start going, ka, and the king.
No need
says,
for that, my friends.
The king goes like, "No, gentlemen, I think they figured us out. I think they know what happened. So, hold on, let me get to you, kind young little person." And
played yourself.
to the what?
What? No.
Oh, played yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
So the king gull flies up to you and he's like, What do you suggest that we do? Normally I wouldn't take kindly to words because most people don't know that we speak now, but it seems like you're on to us. And
well, you're not the first talking animals that we've met. In fact, the wizard that gave you sentience has been causing quite a bit of ruckus by turning animals into friends. And the last and the last group of talking animals we met, we managed to set up a win-win situation, is what we call it in the biz, between them and the town that they live near. So hopefully we can do the same for you. You say you crave companionship. There's plenty of sailors who I'm sure would love a cool talking bird to be companions with.
What is your name, kind sir?
It's Barry, but it's spelled with an E, like strawberries.
Ah, yes, I do love a delicious strawberry occasionally. So you say that we're not the first talking animals that you've dealt with, and you say that a wizard's done this? I don't know if I quite believe that. I think it's just an act of the gods, if you will. Because we did not see anybody. We all just we all woke up with a bright flash of light, and we all decided simultaneously to shit on this town for being shitty to us for the last 300 years. But if you so say that you think they would be able to talk to us and listen with us, or listen to us to our plight, then I guess I'll take your word for it. But I'll tag along with you. However, if you cross me, I swear to God, all of these hundreds of goals will rip you apart and shit on your dead body. Do we have a deal, young Barry?
And we've got a deal, and Barry takes his palm and then uses a very half-hearted inflict wounds just across there, and then reaches out to shake the seagulls, I guess, one of their weird floppy feet things.
Oh, do I have to do that? I can't really cut myself. Do you want me to? I'll just. Okay, hold on a second.
Shake his hand.
Just shaking his weird foot thing. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to
okay.
figure out if I wanted to be like, well, it doesn't mean anything unless you bleed too. But that's not worth it.
Okay.
Never
So
mind.
he decides to tag along with you, and unfortunately, to speed things along, he will. Oh, sorry. Hold on one. I forgot to mention my name. They call me King York here, so just call me King or King York. Please don't call me York. That's very unprofessional. But yes, let's go
certainly.
on.
Titles are very important.
Absolutely. Let's go on to meet with these humans, if you will, and we shall
They call
discuss
me
business.
Emperor Barry, actually.
Emperor.
Emperor Barry.
Wow, that's a
It's
tongue
true.
twister and a half. Oh, hello.
And those that have known me for a long, it's Wizard Emperor or Emperor Mage Barry. Anyway,
That's a lot of words, but yes, let's go talk with these humans and discuss the terms of this agreement.
Doctor Emperor. No,
God damn it! God damn it!
smash cut.
Smash cut. They you walk up to the city guard and they see that you just have the one bird perched on your shoulder. After a short conversation, they just agreed to talk. Mayor Jackson agrees to talk with the seagull King
Agreed to
York
squawk.
with squawking about, and he whispers into the John, the city guard super guard, the chief of guards. There we go. The chief of guards, John. He whispers into his ear and looks at you guys, and then John nods and he walks up to you guys and he says, "All right, yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize we had fucking talking seagulls here, but okay.
This
Mayor
is
Jackson.
King York, and I emphasize the king bit.
Yeah, I think the mayor and the seagulls are going to talk it over in the city council room. So I really don't give a shit about that yet. So don't worry. But I appreciate you letting me know about titles. You can call me Chief of Guards, John Rain, if you will.
Oh, he gave
Mr.
me
Rain's
last name.
fine. And,
Emperor Mage Barry, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Emperor
Spelled with an E.
Mage is spelled with an E or Barry.
Both.
Emperor Mage. Okay, whatever.
There's an
I'll try
E
to
in
remember.
Mage. I don't know.
Mage. All right. So I've been instructed to let you guys stay at our finest inn that we have in the city.
The
Which
pirate's
is-
booty.
Oh no,
Please.
even better. The Street Shark. And we have
The
free warm
Street
room
Shark.
and board and free dinner tonight as we talk with the seagull. Jesus Christ, I cannot believe that's an actual sentence I just said. Sorry, I'm switching voices. And I have no water. Fuck. So you guys stay there tonight. We'll talk it over, but I'm sure that we'll give you whatever you want. Probably some more gold. I don't know why you guys are walking around. Do you guys want horses or something too?
We would
Horses would
love
be
some
great.
horses.
Cool. Good. I'm glad that was a
Or
very
like
convenient.
2 horses and a donkey, like a small donkey.
You could get a pony. You don't need a donkey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I assure you, we can find the finest horses for you gentlemen for brokering a peace between the seagulls and the city.
The Seagull
Gee,
Nation.
I still can't believe this is actually a thing. God damn. Okay, so yeah, you guys go ahead and stay there for the evening. We'll get some information about this Alexi character, see if we can find him somewhere, and we'll go from there. So you guys all head down to the Street Shark, and you see just a just a giant shark with what appears to be blue pants and like a
Where
Like a
is he
dude-
wearing the pants?
on his face. He's very confused. He has like a naked lower half of a human body, dick and balls
Nice.
hanging out.
Oh no.
No, it's the finest end they have here. You don't even know about the pirate's booty appearance. Okay, so you go in there, you're all relaxing and having food, eating, drinking, all that fun stuff, and then some people kind of like walk by and they give you like a pat on the shoulder, like, "Hey, thanks for making sure the town's not covered in shit anymore. That's pretty cool." And as you guys are
Be
talking
gone,
and dining,
NPCs.
Oh, one random drunkard turns around to you, and he looks at you guys, and he saunters off in a drunken fashion, which is not, good. He's mostly stumbling. He stumbles forward, and he basically half sits down, half falls down at the table with you guys. And he's like, listen, guys, you did such a great job with taking care of these goddamn seagulls. Personally, this is probably not a popular opinion right now. Personally, me, I would have just killed them all because, fuck seagulls. They shat all my finest clothes this morning, and now I have to wear these tattered clothes. And somebody in the back says, shut the fuck up, Franco. You always wear tattered clothes. Fuck you. So anyway, as I was saying, and as he says this, he kind of just suddenly sits up straight and just kind of like glares at each of you for a half a second or so, just like a brief moment. And then, let's see. And then he smiles, and then he snaps his fingers, and everything around you just stops. It's all stopped. Nobody's moving. Somebody was pouring a drink, and the drink's frozen in midair. And you guys notice that you necessarily can't move either, but like you can like move your head, and that's about it. Like you try to like move around, but you can only... Cutscene, exactly. sorry to like not like give you guys a whole lot of a
No, it's good. It's very intriguing. Continue.
But is trying really hard to move.
Struggling. Gentlemen, sorry to have to do this to you, but I just want you to make sure that our business is talked between us and nobody else. And you can, as you notice, the drunkard's eyes are like glowing a certain color, like a white, just like a soft white glow to them. Mm. And he's like, actually, hold on 1 second. I have just let me just take a sip of this. And he had like a 3/4 full tankard of mead, and he just drowns the whole thing in like multiple gulps, like not even like spilling anything, which is pretty impressive for how huge the tankard is.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, he can't. And he slams it down. He's like, oh God, that's so good. I haven't had meat in such a long time. Oh God. Anyway, sorry, I had to do that. My name is Valon. You may call me Valon, the spirit of spirits, if you will. You see,
Emperor Mage Barry, pleased to meet you. Can I talk? Can any of us talk?
Everybody can talk. You can move your heads and whatnot. You can talk. And like, oh yes, don't worry, Barry. I know all three of you. Galahad, Barry, Murtag.
What was his name again? I'm going to write it down this time.
Valon, Valon, the spirit of spirits. And I'm not how do I want to say this? No, he's not my master. He's more of a very fine acquaintance, but of a higher power. He's a god, if you will. I'm just basically his messenger. His name
bragging.
I know, right? Trust me, I'm not quite bragging because
Look
I wish
out,
I could
name drop.
all kinds of name drops here, gentlemen. Don't you worry. My god, Caden Kalen, if you will, the god of freedom and beer. He how do I want to say this? He's been dropping the ball for the last about 1,000 years. No, about 900 years. Excuse me. You see, all the gods in the world, every 100 years or so, have a champions ball where they each show off their greatest champions that have done things in their honor and name. And for the last 9 balls or so, Caden kind of got too drunk and forgot to have a champion, if you will. And apparently the rules are if you miss it 10 times in a row, you're not really considered a god anymore, and he'll just be gone and disappear into the world, die a human.
You can trust gods to have very arbitrary rules and ways of living.
Yes, they definitely take their balls very seriously. Personally, on the Kalen side here, we don't quite understand why, but we really need champions this time. Otherwise, I won't be able to possess bodies and drink beers for the eternity. So he sent me out to find anyone that's doing remotely close to like something slightly above average, and that's where you three showed up.
That's how I describe us.
Oh God, I'm dying. So that's where I found you three dealing with Alexi's. How do you say?
Sexual indiscretions.
Actually, believe it or not, we all thought it was a sex thing at first, but it's not a sex thing. Don't worry, we were on that thread for a while too. But actually, he wants to essentially gain sentience to every animal in the world and try to be their god. I don't know why he decided to go with seagulls instead of sharks here, but maybe I guess he's trying to build up. I'm not for sure. Anyways, what we want you three to a grassroots campaign. Starting small now, and now I'm now taming owlbears and dragons. So what we want you to do here for Caden Callan and us, we would greatly appreciate it if you could take care of Alexi before he, becomes from a minor nuisance to a global threat. Because if more people notice that he's doing this kind of shit, how do I want to put this politely? Better adventurers and heroes will try to take over this quest and try to get to him first. But we need you, in the name of Caden Callan, to find Alexi Murkison and take him down or convince him to not do this anymore. Whatever you want to do. Oh, God. Jesus. Hold on one second. So here's what I'll do for you. If you do accept to do this, don't worry. We won't hurt you or do anything if you don't want to accept our offer. But if you do accept our offer, we'll give you the name of the next city he's currently headed towards. And we will also, if you complete this quest, if you can, I don't know. It's he's gonna have some pretty tough enemies on the side. You will get Caden Kalen's internal blessings, which basically you'll have really, really good luck, and one wish amongst the three of you of anything.
So one group wish or one wish for each of us?
We need to clarify. We've run into this snag before. With
no,
it's
rewards. Fine. Yeah, the gold in the Wilton town was very confusing for everybody involved. I assure you, even the gods involved. No, it's just one wish amongst the three. Like altogether, you have to come up with an idea for one wish. Unfortunately, Caden is one of the lesser gods, and if he were to hand out wishes like left and right, he would get too much notice, and he would probably be revoked of his god status. So, oh God. So, gentlemen, the offer's on the table. You go ahead and think about it for a second. I'm going to grab some more mead, and he just stands up and he goes to the one pitcher that was pouring a drink, and he just actually chomps at the beer in midair as you guys decide to talk it out amongst yourselves.
Why do we get all the crazy motherfuckers?
Because we're the protagonists.
Yeah, duh. Ever been in an adventure before?
So a god of freedom and beer is asking us to stop animals from having sentient freedom?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, are they really more free when they have sentience?
Isn't
there a bliss and freedom and ignorance?
Right.
He was kind of
goes against nature.
Well, you can say that, but he was kind of hinting at basically the more he's not giving them sentience just to give them sentience, whatever how you want to say that. He's also trying to become a god in their eyes.
Right.
So he's going to
manipulate less freedom. Gotcha. Okay. Well, Galahad is 100% on board now that we've had that clarification. And,
I know you were.
Is this the champions ball? Is that what we're doing? Are we competing now as champions?
You won't be how do I want to say this? Right now, your main objective is just to get to Alexi, and the champions ball. You're really not you won't do anything there. You'll just be shown off and.
Right. So are we just doing this to then be qualifying for the champions ball, or is that just a separate thing entirely? So are we also going to be champions at the ball and doing this, or is this we do this, we get the rewards, we go to the ball?
You, as you say this, Valen,
like,
Valen looks up. He's like, "Yeah, sorry if I didn't make the order of operations clear here. You find Alexei. You do whatever you want with him. Capture him, kill him. I really don't care. We don't care at the Kalen side. You find him, capture him, kill him. Whatever you want to do. You participate in the Champions Ball. You be basically essentially shown off, and people will brag about you. And if you do win the Champions Ball, we haven't actually been to one. So we don't know exactly what the prize is. But if
now,
you do
is that
win,
one Champions Ball or 3 Champions Balls?
it's one ball. And all the gods as champions participate. Sorry, no 2 balls, no 3 balls. It's just the one.
is this a voting system where it's kind of like when you have
Jesus
homecoming dance
Christ.
and you have to get homecoming king and queen, or is there going to be like a battle or like maybe a game of wits? How do you win?
From what I understand, is essentially there's judges. Again, we're all fuzzy on the details.
Called The Voice.
We're all fuzzy on the details because, again, we haven't been to the last 9 balls, so we haven't been there for 900 years or so. But for what we understand, you would be talked about. Have you been to a dog show? It's essentially a dog show where we just show off what you can do, what cool tricks you did, and the judges will come up and measure and measure you and all that stuff. And then whoever thinks they have the finest dog wins the Champions Ball. Does that make sense now?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay.
We're down.
And now, you don't have to win the Champions Ball to get Caden's blessing and the wish. You just have to participate. That's all. We're basically trying to get a participation trophy. Mm-hmm. That's all we want. You can try for greater stuff if you want. But if you just do this in Caden Kalen's name, you will then the order of operations will continue. I'm going to continue munching on this beer.
Out of character, I think we can form a coup and have Alexei be the new Caden Kalen. But that's just me.
That would be an interesting.
He's already trying to become a god.
Right.
Yeah. Good.
Also, it's very poignant that the god of beer is just trying to do just enough to participate. He just wants to hey, I'm still a god. Just let me do the beer thing.
Exactly. Okay. So Galahad's all on board. What about you?
On board. Aye.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, great, gentlemen. Fantastic. So perfect. I'll see you guys I won't see you guys in the morning. You won't see me for a while. Sorry.
What's the
okay,
next
bye.
town you were going to tell?
And as he says bye, you kind of have a loss of time, sort of, because you all again wake up in your respective beds. Don't remember anything that happened after that. It's morning, the sun's shining in your windows and whatnot, and the only thing that you can think of, it's kind of like a ringing word in your head. You just hear Pevoku.
Pevoku. How is that
spelled? Pevoku. And the voice in your head spells it out Pevok or not K, sorry, Qui. Or Jesus Christ. Pevoque.
Pevoku.
I love how every being, including the disembodied voice in our heads, spelling things out for us is just a little bit off.
Yeah, no, but nobody's got it right here. It's all mishap and whatnot. And that's the end of the adventure. Woo! That filled up more time than I ever thought. You missed so many fights.
You have a few things to learn about how much players can stretch things out farther than you ever imagined them to be.
Apparently, I thought I had every scenario covered, and you fuckers still found some way to kind of reverse the order of operation. But no, actually, it was fun.
We did the same thing as last time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, you expected us to be more creative at all?
No. I laid out 3 different okay, so if this happens, then they do this. But if they do the opposite thing, they do this. But the way you did it is you went up on a tree, and then you went down on a different branch, and then went up that way. It's really weird because normally you're supposed to up, but now you did it again, boys. I gotta say, thanks for keeping me on my toes.
So was this entire adventure? Is this just the origin story for the band, A Flock of Seagulls? Is that what we were just playing out? Is that what's happening?
As we all know, a flock of seagulls is a group of sentient seagulls that learned how to play instruments.
Right. Yeah, have you seen their hair?
With their weird webbed feet.
No, that was great. Yeah, it was definitely more of a straight role play.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. It was a romp and a half.
Mm-hmm. A romp and a half. Oh boy, but yeah, that was pretty fun. I actually enjoyed you guys switching up on me and writing down all this stuff. It was pretty fun. I had a good time.
I have a huge list of names now of just random people in this town that I'm just gonna have to forget because we're gonna leave town in the morning probably.
Make some pen pals.
Pen pals,
yeah,
there you go.
Pals, yeah.
We've got a messenger pigeon still.
Right. Should we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for next time, but we should probably send a message back.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, so I had fun. I assume you guys had fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
Do we want to go ahead and close it out then?
Yeah, let's close the show, wrap it up.
All right, cool. Well, in that case, thank you guys so much for watching. Fizzcake, do you want to tell people where they can kind of find your stuff off of this show?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Fizzcake and youtube.com/c/Fizzcake. I post videos 3 p.m., 6 p.m. every weekday on YouTube. I do streams, usually evening streams, like after about 8 p.m. or so, usually just a couple hours. I might do some afternoon streams next week. I'll tweet it out, which you can catch at the Fizzcake. But that's it for my plugs. Oh, God.
All right, cool. As far as NGTV is concerned, we have our YouTube channel and our Twitch channel. It's the same thing. It's just NeanderthalGamingTV. You can catch us on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV. We stream usually every day, and we've been doing a lot of DBZ and what else? It's like Siege and Monster Hunter and Slay the Spire if we can. So a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And of course Smash. So Adam, you want to kind of let people in on what's going on for you at the moment?
Sure. So I'm
yeah.
Oh, don't know how. Anyway, I'm an aspiring writer, and so every month I put out a little booklet of short stories that I've written. So there's one volume out currently now. My publishing label is called Entropic Press. That's spelled ENTROPIC and then press. The booklet itself is called The Lantern. You can find it on my Etsy page at etsy.com/shop/Entropic Press. If you live in Chicago, you can actually go buy it at Quimby's, which is a store that sells booklet zines and stuff like that. Yeah, no, They carry them there. I have a little button that says I sell zines at Quimby's, and I'm worried I'm gonna have to trade it in for a button that says I have zines available at Quimby's. But yeah, so and then volume 2 of The Lantern, which is the short story book, is coming out in about a week or so, and I'm hoping to have an audio version and a digital version available at that point as well.
Wow.
So yeah, check it out. I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really sick.
Just like your character, Entropic with an E.
Oh, that's sick.
That's awesome.
Cool. I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah, no, Fizzcake ordered one, and it's in the mail. I ship using normal mail because it keeps shipping costs low for the consumer. But there's also been some insane snowstorms here in Chicago, so I don't know if that's affecting mail in and out.
Yeah, that
Lost
makes sense.
in the snow.
Cool. Well, guys, again, thank you so much for listening and hanging out. If you want to catch this live, we do this live on twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV and twitch.tv/ConcomCast every other Saturday at about 1 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Central. What is the date for the next one? Is that the 20-something?
That'll be 14 days from now. So the 24th will be the next live one. Next Saturday, the 17th, it'll be released on videos on my YouTube and also at contentcomplete.libsyn.com. But if you have a podcasting app, just look up Content Complete. I have Adventure Complete in the thing. We're still kind of discussing if we want to do this campaign still, but I think Adam, if he's still down, it might be doing a one-off for us or a little short campaign, whatever he wants to do. Just kind of switch it up. Of
running something in maybe like the Call of Cthulhu universe. I'm going to stick with the D20 system so I don't have to learn something new. But
cool.
I'd like to take it in like a cosmic horror direction. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to do a one-off. So
I'm excited.
Sounds good. All right.
Tune in for that.
I'm
Perfect.
down. I don't want to do 30 voices anymore because I won't be able to talk after this. Oh, God.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching and listening. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.